And we are live. Hey, I know I just did a show. I know I just did almost an hour there, but I forgot to mention the new Hampshire Democratic Party Convention. Oh my goodness. Andrew Yang made it look easy. That guy is super impressive. You know, every time I see him speak, I just like, wow, I can't believe he's that good. I can't believe he's clear, confident, and most importantly, comfortable. That's what you want. You want a guy that makes it look easy, a guy who's at ease. Like Barack Obama made it look easy, you know. Hillary Clinton made it look kind of hard. Joe Biden makes it look pretty tough. Elizabeth Warren is making it look easy. She's happy. She's alive with life. Andrew Yang too, man. Pete Buttigieg also makes it kind of look easy. You know, that guy's effortless, just perfect speaker, just like Obama, just able to speak very clearly, very intelligent guy. But Andrew Yang, man, bringing love. He walks there in front of his crowd. So happy, so good. I don't know how many people in that room were Yang Gang. I saw a lot of Andrew Yang signs, and he even referenced, hey, a room filled with Yang Gangers, but there must have been a lot. Must have been a lot of other people. So he was there. He did a fantastic job. Really clear, great. He knows what he's talking about by heart, and that's good. He's got it down pat. He says he has a good memory. You could see that it's there. He knows his dialogue, his spiel down pat. He's perfect at it. And if you've watched Yang Gang, if you've watched Andrew Yang for any amount of time, you probably know exactly those things. You could probably recite it along with him. Now, there is a tiny danger of knowing something just perfectly well and getting into that groove where you're sort of repeating what you've said before. You know, comedians, they know this. Comedians, they go on stage and the joke has to be sort of alive within you, you know? It has to come out organically. You don't want to recite word for word what you said before. I mean, sometimes it can be that way, and sometimes that can work, and sometimes exactly what you're looking for. But in order to connect with the audience, it's better to speak organically and to have the idea in your head, but don't be tied to the way you say it, to the specific words, because not often, but sometimes you can come up with an even better way of saying it if you say it in the moment with the context, with that crowd, with that audience. So I'm a tiny bit nervous. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic for him to know his thing by heart. Absolutely fantastic. He's got to know his thing down by heart. Just word for word, it becomes a little worrisome. He's going to be in a groove, and then if something happens, if he pops out, then he won't have... I'm sure he'll do well. He seems to be a good improviser. He'll jump back, he'll skedaddle. But having that practice every single time, I think, will be better for the general election. I see this with politicians. They learn their spiel. They do it over and over for 2 years during the primaries. They do this over and over. And then they get to the final leg of the race. They get to the election, and it's like sometimes it's hard for them to speak outside of what they've been saying for this whole time. You know, it's a harder challenge to say something new, be refreshing, be renewed, be rejuvenated, and being in a groove can be a little bit dangerous there. But I mean, come on, as a politician, he's speaking all the time. He's got to know his thing by heart. I mean, of course. Just and he does play around. He is playful on stage. I'm nitpicking at this point. You know, I don't know why I'm nitpicking. I'm just a little bit nervous that he's sticking exactly to what he's saying. I remember when I first listened to Andrew Yang, the earlier videos, you know, I'd listen to 5, 10, 20 videos, and he sounded kind of different depending on the audience he was in front. He just sounded kind of different. And it's a little unfair for me to say that because, of course, the audiences he was in front of before are different than now, right? Now he's giving his spiel. He's giving his stump speech. Whereas before, he's just having a conversation. But I like conversation, Yang. You know, part of what I like about Trump is that you never know what's going to come out of his mouth. I mean, sometimes you know, but you're never really sure what's going to come out of his mouth, and that makes it exciting. You listen to Andrew Yang, and sometimes you're like, oh, I can stop this video right here because I know exactly how this is going to go. Not exactly. He's fun. Says a lot of jokes. Just a tiny bit nervous. Whatever. Okay? Peter, you don't work on the campaign. Bad Guru, you don't work on the campaign. You are not part of that thing. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, he does. He definitely knows what he's doing. All right. I love, speaking about knowing what he's doing, the audience prompts, the prompts that he gives to the audience, where he has that call out and then they call back. That is genius. It's gold. Everybody should do it. I'm so surprised that most of the politicians, most of the videos that I see, I don't watch them religiously like I look at Andrew Yang's, but most of the videos I see from them, if all of the videos I've seen, they don't do that whole interacting with the audience, chant back, have them chant back at you, have them respond, right? Ask a question and have them respond. It's a genius move. Comedians know this. Entertainers know this. When the audience speaks up, especially in one accord all together, you unify that audience. You bring them together and you make them invested in you, engaged in you. They become awake and alert and paying attention. And even when I'm watching the video, when he does that call out, I love hearing the audience chant. He doesn't only do the audience. It's not only when he's in front of an audience, a friendly audience, an audience that knows him in front of the Yang Gang. It's also when he's just asking questions that he knows people know the answers to. How much did Amazon pay in taxes? Every audience that I've seen them ask that, 0%. There's one state that has a dividend. What state is that? Alaska. It's a really great way of connecting with the audience and making the people who watch the video feel like, oh my God, am I out of the loop because I don't know this? Or if you do know it, oh, I'm in the loop. I'm part of this. This connects me to the Yang Gang. This makes me part of the whole process because I would be chanting out the same thing. I know the answer to that question. You know what I mean? It's like when you're sitting down and watching Jeopardy and you're chomping at the bit and they ask a question. You're like, I know the answer to that. It feels good to know the answer to that even though you're not there. So the prompts that he's giving, really good. I mean, so good. Everybody should do it. I should learn to do that more. There's one thing that I don't get. Look, if I'm nitpicking or whatever, just know I'm trying to provide a perspective that's different than what you see in other videos, okay? I agree with a lot of what I see in the other videos, but I just want to provide a different way of thinking. I have parallel thoughts. I think about different things. I might be on the two sides of the same issue. I argue both sides. Just don't take too much of offense. I'm with you here, but I want to say I don't really understand. And he mentioned it in the speech. I don't really understand the trickle up economy. I don't understand why that's like a good thing or a good imagery or if it actually makes much sense. First of all, trickling up doesn't make sense. It's trickling down, things trickle down. So you're tying that idea into a physical phenomenon. You're that people understand. Trickling up, it's like, okay, you have a second, what do you mean? No, I get it. I know what he means, but it's just a little bit muddy, trickle up. And then are you trickling up? The point of trickle down, the reason you say trickle down is because the point is this is how the people at the bottom will get money. This is how people at the bottom will gain prosperity. It will trickle down to them. That's the point of that statement. Well, trickle up makes it sound like the point of that statement is the top of that pyramid, the top of the hill. The people who are at the top, the rich, the powerful, they're gonna get it. You trickle up to them. It sounds kind of like the focus is at the top level people. We want it to trickle up. Who cares about trickling up? We want the people in the middle and at the bottom to get it. People at the top already have it. So that trickle up thing, it's a little bit confusing for me. It just makes just a step out of beat. What do you think about that? Am I just being weird? Am I just being nitpicky? You want it to be 100% hit you right in the solar plexus right when he says it. Whatever he says. So when he says to trickle up, it doesn't hit there. It's very cool. It's very interesting. I actually liked it for a long time, but hearing it in this speech, it just made me think, what does that really mean, trickle up? Now, UBI does help everyone. It even helps the people at the top. It helps the people at the top a lot. When you empower individuals with financial freedom and you give them the ability to make more choices and to interact with the economy more, the economy becomes more dynamic. And when you have dynamic, active, engaged employees in your company, you're going to do better. You're going to make more money. People are going to be buying more of those products too. Your company will be more productive. Right? Those people at the top are going to get better, richer. When people have money at the bottom, there's going to be more innovation. We're going to find better ways to do the things we're doing, cheaper ways to do the things that we're doing. It's going to benefit When you have 1,000 more companies starting in the energy field, 1,000 more companies, 10,000, 1,000,000 more companies started in all kinds of avenues, the people at the top are going to benefit from that, from the new technologies, from the new ways forward. So I don't disagree with trickle up. It will help the rich. It will help the powerful. It will help the people at the top. But is that really what we're trying to communicate? Is that really what he's trying to communicate with the trickle up economy? Yes, you're going to have a more active and productive workforce, but is that the point of that statement? UBI is good for everyone. So trickle up, I don't know. A little bit on the fence about that now. But, I like it. It's he's sort of flipping the old characterization on its head. So that's pretty cool. People are already familiar with trickle down, trickle up. Oh, the opposite of trickle down. That's pretty good. The opposite of Donald Trump is an Asian man who likes math. Well, that's not the opposite of Donald Trump. That doesn't really make sense, but we all get the sentiment behind that. So it's a little muddy, but it's pretty good. And the last thing I want to say about this is that I really, this is live. Yes, Tenzin, this is live. Thank you for watching, for asking. It is live. I'm live. I actually did my live show before, but I forgot to talk about New Hampshire, so I decided to pop back on. Bad Guru never sleeps. I'm obsessed. I'm a night owl. I'm up all night. Right now, what time is it here? It's past midnight, 12:32 a.m. And I could stay on talking about Andrew Yang all night. It's just, I don't want to have to edit and deal with a 3-hour video. As a video editor, one of the reasons I like to go live is because you don't really got to edit the videos, at least not initially. So thank you for watching, Tenzin. And I'll try to pay attention before the end of this video if you comment or anything like that. Awesome. Okay, the one thing, this is probably the last thing I'm going to say about this New Hampshire topic, the convention. The one thing that I really like is that I'm no longer worried before Andrew Yang speaks. I'm no longer concerned about it going well. I remember when I was watching his videos and I was really on board with him, and this is before the first debate, and I was like, ooh, no, oh no. The first debate, how's it gonna go? How's it gonna go? Is it gonna do okay? Is it gonna be okay? Is it gonna be fine? Very nervous. My heart was on my sleeve. I was just like hyperventilating. Gets up there. First debate, did good. Got 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Did good. Not great. Not perfect, Andrew. Not in the zone. I think he knew that. He gave the answer that entrepreneurs do, politicians do, but entrepreneurs do. We have another bite at the apple. I think I did well. It wasn't great. I really enjoyed it. I thought the time that he had, he used that perfectly. Rachel Maddow talked about this. The time that he got, he used that expertly. It was great. But it was a little bit, the first thing he says, I think it was like, what? Excuse me? I didn't hear that. Like, that's the first thing that people saw. Not his fault. The turn off his mic, not his fault. I get it. But I was a little nervous. Then the second time he does his debate, still nervous, because how did the first time go? Will he do better or worse? What's the trajectory? Is Andrew Yang good in this type of situation? Bam! Knocks it out of the park. Just slams it home. Does an absolutely fantastic job. Better than I had any right to expect. Then the town hall he does, climate change town hall, that goes well. He's speaking at what the heck the thing was with the with the Democrats, DNC, goes very, very, very well. Now, like today with the last video, the New Hampshire, now I'm feeling like, wow, I'm not nervous when Andrew Yang takes the mic. I'm not worried about what he's gonna say. He's like Dave Chappelle up there, man. I know he's gonna do great. I just know he's going to do great. I have confidence in him, and it makes it so much easier to support him. I'd still support him if he didn't do great, and I don't expect him to do great all the time, and I'm not going to abandon Yang. I'm in his corner no matter what. But it's really good to not be worried. It's really good not to feel worried when he speaks. Now we know, even if he does poorly another time, we know he can do well and that he usually does well. So we don't even have to worry. We can just brush it off and go, oh, it's just an off day. He'll do better next time. Because we know he'll do better next time. All right, I think that's it for me. That's all I got to say here tonight, I could say more, but I'm not. One of the things I loved, you should check out his Twitter. On Twitter the other day, today I think it was, or a day ago, This is just to show how comfortable, and I think this is great for a politician to be so bold and confident in himself. He wrote, "I'm learning all the time. My powers are growing." A presidential candidate for president tweeted out, "I'm learning all the time. My powers are growing." That statement just made me feel so warm and fuzzy inside. I'm learning all the time. That's what I want to hear. Learning, growing, becoming better, better, better. Actively engage in the learning process. That's what I want to hear. Not, I can do this, I already know what to do, just going to keep doing what I've done. I'm learning, I'm getting better, fine-tune, just like an entrepreneur. Iteration. And then, my powers are growing. Nerd power, baby. Bringing up those keywords, that word power that's in that nerd lexicon, especially with superheroes. My powers are growing. Yeah, right, your powers are growing. You're damn right, Andrew Yang. You go, boy. Your boy, my boy's good. Oh my God, I'm so happy, Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang. He's made he's made politics exciting again. If the ride ended right now, I'd still feel immense appreciation for Andrew Yang and an immense satisfaction for what he's done so far. He's already changed the conversation. Is anybody doubting that UBI is going to become a topic of conversation, that it's ever going to go away? He's already done. We need it soon, right? So you need Andrew Yang to be president soon. But even if that's not the case, you guys are on the road for UBI. The world is on the road to UBI. It is. First, Medicare for all with Bernie Sanders, blah, blah, blah. It's a crazy idea. Now it's part of everybody's lexicon, moving in that direction. And now it's UBI, and he's making it popular. Joe Biden is referencing it. Pete Buttigieg is referencing it. Marianne Williamson is referencing it. I'm hearing on every news station, UBI, UBI. Man, when people really get a hold of this and really think about it, of course they're going to be on board. How can they not? Ooh. Andrew, thank you so much, man. You've done the world a great service. You've already won. And now it's just get that cherry on top. Now it's just get that little extra, that bonus. Thank you, Andrew Yang. And thank you, Yang Gang, for watching. Thank you for engaging. I'm paying close attention to what you're doing. I don't agree with everything, but who cares, man? A diverse pool of ideas, a diverse people is what's going to make everything a lot better. I'm on your side. And I noticed I got my first dislike on one of the videos, and the last one I did, it kind of cut me, but it's okay. People can dislike you and not like what you're saying. That's perfectly fine. If you dislike this video, you can put a thumbs down. If you liked it, put a thumbs up. But like and subscribe, because I'm going to be making more videos, going to be talking to you, hopefully giving you at least some insight into different things and a different way of looking at Andrew Yang, a different way of looking at what's going on. I want to celebrate with you, and I also want to provide insight that I don't hear being talked about. And maybe as you watch the video, you learn more about Bad Guru and my politics and the way I see the world, and it'll help you understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. I would tell you now, but then this video will be another hour video long, and I'm not going to do that to you. So thanks for watching live. I'm going to do almost everything live, unless I get a hankering for something else. So subscribe, click the bell so you know when I go live. And if you have any questions, anything that you want to talk about, anything you want me to riff on, let me know. But I'm always going to be here to celebrate the appearances of Andrew Yang. He does a video comes out about Andrew Yang. Come and check out my channel, because I'm going to be commenting on it. I'm going to be critiquing it, and I'm going to be, motivating and helping to, inspire and, stir up thoughts with the Yang Gang. You guys are really awesome. You're my favorite thing on the internet right now. Keep it going. Keep it going for Andrew Yang. Watch my other videos and subscribe, comment. It helps the videos become more popular and other people will see it. I ain't going anywhere, okay? Whether I could get 0 views, I still ain't going anywhere. Just love talking about Andrew Yang. Just love talking about Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang!